Did the FBI raid or search Mar-a-Lago? That's an important distinction. Now, if you're on the left, you're required to use the word search. If you're on the right, you use the word raid. Personally, I don't care. But this whole thing is turning into a cartoon for me. Trump, I'm not sure if he's more like Lucy or the Roadrunner. Remember the Peanuts cartoon? Lucy would hold the football for Charlie Brown to come and kick it, and right before he got there, she'd lift it and he'd fall flat on his back. Or maybe Roadrunner is better because here we got the story of Wile E. Coyote. And Wile E. Coyote, that is the bureaucrats, that's the Justice Department, the FBI, Democrats. They've got every scheme in the world. For over 6 years, they've gone after Trump with everything they could think about. And every time, not only do they not catch him, but he puts it right back in their face. Is this going to be another one of those? I got to tell you, I hope not. They had better charge him with something serious. Because if they don't, this is a level of injustice that we've never seen before in our country. This will shake our very foundations, which raises some more questions. If they do charge him with a serious crime and it goes to trial with a jury and the whole thing, due process, hopefully. If that trial is still going on in 2024, can he run for president while he's under trial? I don't know. And if he gets convicted and goes to prison, it's required by law that Secret Service protect him till the day he dies. So will Secret Service have to go to prison with him? Again, I don't know, but inquiring minds want to know. And I have questions for the FBI. I want to know, forget about all the document stuff, I want to know how many cases of ketchup did they find at Mar-a-Lago? That's big. I mean, ketchup made the January 6th hearing, if you recall. There was the testimony that he got mad in the White House, threw a plate against the wall, and ketchup just rolled down the wall. And so we know he loves ketchup with his fries. And so how many cases did they find? And then another I thought was funny, maybe I shouldn't, but they searched his safe and found nothing. And I just wanted to say, really? I mean, I've watched a lot of movies, but I got to tell you, if you're a billionaire, if you're one of the richest guys around, in your home, would you really put your valuables in a safe? I mean, come on. You know where I would put them if I were Trump? In the midst of the ketchup cases. I'd have every 3 cases of ketchup, I'd have a case of valuables. I wonder if the FBI thought about that. And then they searched Melania's closet. I'm sure you heard that, which raises questions. The big one for me is this. I lived in Chicago for years. Michael Jordan was famous for putting on a brand new pair of tennis shoes every single game. Here's my question for rich ladies. Do they ever wear a pair of panties more than once? Inquiring minds want to know. And this, you got to give Trump credit. He knows how to get things done. I was looking at just Mar-a-Lago, where it came from. It was built and owned by the Post cereal family. They donated it to the National Park Service in 1973. He tried to buy it in 1985, and they said no. And typical Trump fashion, this is why everybody hates him. He buys a little piece of property between Mar-a-Lago and the ocean, and then says to the Park Service, hey, you know what? I'm going to build a mansion so big you won't even be able to see the ocean from Mar-a-Lago. And so they sold it to him for a cool $10 million, which today worth probably close to $250 million. They hate him for the taxes. He moved there. He opened a private golf club, and now he deducts personal expenses as business expenses and says, hey, I'm an employee and I live here. You love him, you hate him, but it's like a cartoon.